Good morning, students. Welcome to the session. Students, meanwhile, you can have a look at a few slides. You can read these slides. These are made for you. Read these things with utmost silence. You will understand what exactly the fear is. Mr. Roosevelt once he said that do one thing every day that scares you. There may be many things you will be scared of. Like you may be getting scared of public speaking or attending an interview or meeting a stranger or even the dog which is in your avenue. Do those things in regular period so that you will be losing that fear. There are two basic motivating forces, fear and love. Fear is a motivation force. Sir, how can a fear be a motivation force? See, let us think that you are on your way and think that snake is on your way. You and snake are going in each other's direction, but it will not do anything until unless you do something to you, or it can do anything only if it gets scared. That means it is attacking some person, it is doing some harm to some other person, either with the fear or with the domination. It wants to prove its domination, its authority. So both the things are happening. That means the attacking is happening even with its fear also. Courage is not the absence of fear, but rather the judgment that something else is more important than fear. A good one, it is by Mr. Red Moon. It is Red Moon here, it is Red Moon here, no problem. The absence of fear would be incredibly risky. However, when something seems scary, you should rationalize and evaluate if it's worth taking a risk or not. Again, fear, it is taking you to success if you consider that to be a positive one. Next one, the only thing we have fear is fear itself. With Mr. Roosevelt said that with all the due respect, Mr. Roosevelt, we should not fear the fear, but rather understand it and overcome it. Yeah, this is what you need to understand. Do not fear the fear, try to understand the fear. Okay, here something has been cut. The thing is that do one thing that scares you every day. Do at least one thing that you are really afraid of. I've told you several things that you may be getting scared of a dog, or having a chat with a stranger or anything. Do that one thing so that you will be not getting scared of that one in the situation where it is demanded for. Don't be afraid of your fears. They are not to be they are not there to scare you. They are there to let you know that something is worth it. Again, you need to understand fear is the thing that is there for you to awaken. Fear is in fact guiding you towards your strengthening and towards your success. If you try to interpret that one in a proper manner, if you really understand the meaning and the purpose of the fear. When you do what you fear most, then you can do anything. Of course, this is your strength, this is your weakness. Already you are a master in this, already you are master in positive thing, but you are not master in thing. If you concentrate more on this one, if you could solve this one, then you have mastered everything and you have really excelled everything. Can anyone tell me what was the fear of Mr. Adolf Hitler? Hitler used to fear for two things. Mr. Adolf Hitler, he had two fears. Does anyone know this one? Very good, very good. Thank you. He had fear of water and he had fear of cat. Do you agree with this? The one who ruled entire world, who tried to conquer entire world, has a fear of water. That means had a fear of water and had a fear of cat. Everyone has their own fear. Everyone has their own phobia. But it is how we are able to overcome these two things. Okay, I have accepted fear as part of life, specifically the fear of change. I have gone ahead despite the pounding in the heart that says, turn back, turn back, turn back. Okay, next one. Without fear, there cannot be courage. Courage and fear are like a Tom and Jerry. You need, if you want this one, you need to face this one. Okay, is everyone ready? Shall we progress? Or do we need to wait for someone?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you. First of all, we need to understand what is meant by fear and what is meant by phobia. What would be the difference between these two things? Without knowing, we would be just mixing up both the things. Fear is an emotion induced. Understand the word induced. Induced means what? Coming from an external source. It is not made in you. It has been coming from an external source, induced by perceived danger or threat, which causes physiological changes and ultimately behavioral changes such as fleeing, hiding, or freezing from perceived traumatic events. It is not that has been generated in you. Okay, if at all it is generated, and it is creating what kind of changes? Some physiological, physical related things and mental related thing, because of ways which you are going to do such kind of things like fleeing, hiding, and freezing from perceived traumatic changes. There is nothing to be afraid of, is there? Fear is a liar. This is how you can understand. By these kind of quotes, you can understand, yes, there is nothing called fear. Only if you can come out of that zone. We will be speaking about this zone. We will be speaking about something called comfort zone. And in what way that is related to fear, in what way that is related to overcome that one, we shall discuss in detailed manner. How fears and phobias affect us in the workplace and what we can do about it. Phobias are one of the most common types of anxiety disorder. Okay, a phobia is similar to a fear with one key difference. What would be the difference? An unpleasant emotion is called fear. An unpleasant emotion caused by threat of danger, pain, or harm. By keeping all these things only, you would be getting fear. Phobia, an extreme or irrational fear of or aversion to something. Okay, how to handle a phobia? If we ask how many people has fear, how many people has phobia, how many people has fear, how many people has phobia, this is how the percentage would be. 93% of the people, they will be having fear of any kind of thing. 61% of the people only having phobia of anything, like acrophobia. Can anyone tell me the meaning of acrophobia? Hydrophobia?
Fear from water, sir.
Sorry?
Fear by water, sir.
What is that? What is the name of that?
Aquaphobia.
No, that is hydrophobia. Hydro means water.
Oh, sorry.
No problem, no problem. What is this? Acrobat.
Fear of heights.
Very good. We have two roots here. Acrophobia. Acro means heights. So any person is fearing of the heights, we call that one acrophobia. Next one. Dream job versus fear and phobia. Let's see what is the greatest difference between all these things. More than a third would turn down their dream job because of what? Because of 20% very likely to turn down, 90% fairly likely, 30% fairly unlikely, 60% very unlikely, 11% don't know, 4% already in dream job. Would you turn down your dream job if it involved facing your biggest fear? You want to gain your dream job. That means you are here. Do you want to take any one of these two paths? You want to choose your dream job or you want to choose your fear? See, it's a simple question. You want to follow your fear and lose the opportunity, or you want to overcome the fear and be doing your dream job?
Dream job, sir.
This is not as easy as you say now. You need to, if you really have fear, then you need to overcome that one. See, I basically recommend everyone to have decent amount of fear. Decent amount of fear. Sir, everyone tells us not to fear of anything. Then why do you tell fear? It is like you want to learn driving. At the time, in the beginning stage, as in a training stage, no problem. You have to leave all your fear. You have to leave all your fear. Though you have fear, you have to overcome all that one fear during the time that you learn everything. But once you learned, you should be having some decent amount of fear. What kind of fear is that? Whether I could drive this one or not? No, not that kind of fear. If I drive this vehicle, what may be happening? If you have that kind of fear, else you are driving a car and you have family and you are driving with your family, then you should be having some decent amount of fear. With that fear, you will be driving your vehicle very nice. You will drive your vehicle to the safe zone. If you don't have that fear in you, ultimately there may be chances of meeting any kind of accidents. That, sir, adi jagrata kada ante jagratato kudukunna bhayam. That decent amount of fear should be there. If you wanted to relate that one, you could see this film. You could listen to protagonist what he tells to Mr. Prakash Raj. That means Mr. Raviteja what he tells to Prakash Raj. You could see that. You could watch that scene about fear. You could understand that one. Give some respect to fear also. Okay, next one. Greatest fears. What would be the greatest fears? Public speaking. Yes, it has been given 67%. Heights, social situations, enclosed spaces, animals. And you could find the percentages over here. I am not here to discuss anything related to heights, enclosed spaces or animals, but we shall discuss about public speaking and social situations. In what ways has your fear negatively impacted your career? Note this one. We are speaking about negatively. That means here we mentioned about negatively means that means we have another kind of coin also, that we may be having positively. For some time replace this word. In what ways has your fear positively impacted your career? Okay, I have avoided applying for certain jobs. 49%. Career progression is difficult. My interview performance has been affected. I struggle with pay rise discussions. I have had to take sick days of work. I have had to quit my job. Note these things. You can take screenshot of this one also. Of course, yes, this may not be. This may be an early stage for you. Being in second year after completing, you are just completed your 2-2. There is no rush for you to learn all these things. But have a clear-cut idea about this one. The 10 biggest fears holding you back from success as a student. We are now in the right zone. The fear of inadequacy. Yes, we spoke about this one. Adequacy. What is meant by adequacy and inadequacy?
Adequacy means sufficient. Inadequacy means not sufficient.
Right. Very good. I need to appreciate you. Very good. Very good. Okay, the fear of inadequacy. If you do not have the thing as much as you want, then you will be getting fear. Fear will be generated in you right from your legs to right from your head. Once you admit that you are experiencing the fear of inadequacy, understanding is on its way. You need to understand this one. When you understand what your important role is in carrying out your pursuits, you will begin to see what you need to do when first stepping out to tackle your fear of inadequacy. You need to understand. If you think that no, there is no particular example, tomorrow you are going to attend an examination and you know that the knowledge that you have is not at all enough for you to crack the examination. Immediately you would be shivering, like frightening, like everything. At the time, if you think once, what exactly wrong with you? Why are you fearing of that one? If you understand that, yes, I did not prepare properly, I do not have adequate knowledge, so I am getting fear. If you understand that one, then that would be a first step for you to excel the examination, at least for pass mark itself. If you do not know the reason, you will be there only. So for everything that you do or that will be happening with you, you have to be knowing the reason. That is what I told you. You are the right person to think about you, to judge you. The fear of uncertainty. Uncertainty means you do not know whether that will happen or not. Whether that will happen or not. You being mathematical students, you being engineering students, might have learned PTSP, probability. If you can apply this one in your real life, the chances of happening that one, the chances of happening this one, if you are really good at this one, then you do not have this kind of fear. If any person has this kind of fear, then please try to apply your probability rules in your real life also. It is not fun, not necessary to make fun of this one. You being engineering students, it is being science students, it is your due responsibility to apply the things that you really learn. Major percent of the people, they just learn the things, they leave that one, they do not apply the things. Example, knowingly or unknowingly, you might have applied many things. I am taking an example. Here you are, this is your block, this is a canteen, this is official path, but you will choose this one. Because you know Pythagoras theorem, a square plus b square equal to c square. You will choose this one and you will find the proper way. Knowingly or unknowingly, whatever you learnt in your mathematics, in your engineering, in your life, you will be applying that one in your real life. But we need to admit that one, yes, I am applying my science, I am applying my mathematics. My dear children, without science, without maths, nothing is there. From there, sir, what is that related to mathematical here? Analytical skills, logical skills, mathematical skills, all these things will be starting from your maths and the science. So being a student from science background and maths background, it is very easy for you to analyze your own mind. Okay, in whatever you do, anticipation and vision are both necessary ingredients to fight the fear of uncertainty. Can anyone tell me meaning of anticipation? Vision. Okay, I need to tell you meaning of vision. If you know these words, can you repeat please?
To expect something even before the happening of the event.
Right, very good. Taking early action. Predicting something and you are acting as per the situation. Very good. Next one. What is meant by vision? What is meant by mission? I am taking example of Army, Indian Army. Their aim is to fight China. Example, their aim is to fight China. This is what they are eyeing at. They are having a vision towards that. That means they are eyeing towards that one. That we call vision. Vision means what is the action that we are really doing to fight China. Whatever we are planning, whatever we are trying to do is called vision, and what are the actions that we do, that is called vision. Remember this one. This word you might have heard with the army people and police people, that mission success, mission abundant. Even these words will be used by our communication engineers also. While satellite is while they launch any satellite, if that is okay, if the climatic conditions are okay, they would say mission success, we are ready to go for that. Okay, if everything is okay, they would say mission is success. And due to climatic conditions, bad climatic conditions, they are unable to launch that one, they would say mission is abandoned. Next one, the fear of failure This happens really with a huge percent of students, even not only students, even society also. They will be majorly concentrating on fear. Yesterday we discussed this one. You will be majorly thinking about the result. In result, we have both the things, pass and fail. But we never care about pass. We will be thinking only about failure. See, if we are in such a pathetic situation, if results are announced, you should go from the top to bottom order. That means in ascending order, from top to lower order, top to fail. You need to go in this manner. Rather, major percent of the people go from down. They will check in failure list. They will check in third class, second class. Then they will come to first class. This is the negative mindset. We need to avoid those things. We need to avoid fear of failure. Please understand these things. Okay, this is a beautiful point. This will allow you to stop focusing on life happenings you have no control over. See, how can you think about the people? You cannot judge what they are thinking about you. You cannot understand what exactly they are thinking about you, and you cannot control their minds. As I told you, sometimes we cannot control our own mind. Then why do we try to control others' minds? Never live in the future. Never bother about the past. Just go with the present. What are the efforts that you need to make 100%, and what would be the no, don't bother about result. Put your 100% result. Only add on your positive strength to that one. Okay, result maybe either it may be in positive manner or in negative manner. Don't bother about that one. You need to have a good quality in you, that is called sportsmanship. You need to have sportsmanship. Sports person is the person who does not care about the result, but he is the person who puts his 100% effort with great confidence in him. Fear of rejection, again about the result. They may be thinking whether I may get rejected. Why do you bother about reject? Think about to select. Think that what happens if I get selected, then I will be going to company. Just dream about the things that will happen in positive manner. Do not choose a negative path. Okay, if we devote every ounce of a passion to our lives, then we are living life in the way it was meant to live. Well said. We need to live as it has to be, as it is already meant to be live. Yes, rejection will come even when we find the passion and put in the work, but we should be most satisfied with giving life our all. Example, you went into interview panel. You will be knowing the result based upon your performance itself. See, planning is very different from preparation. Instead of telling planning, I would say preparation. I've told you this one. Preparation and presentation. This is called your examination. So to crack your examination means not only the thing that you write in your academics, even many exams you will be facing in your life. At the time, you should prepare your mind and you should present through your physical body. You should be preparing your mental mindset and you should be presenting what exactly have you planned. If you fail here, don't bother about the result, even it may be a failure also. Again, put a try. I would say something, one loss. If you lose one thing, no problem, come strong. One loss equal to 4 wins. A winner cannot give you right things, but what do we call a failure can guide you many things. I will tell you one example. In our days, if any person finishes off their BTech, wherever the city they live, Bangalore, Chennai, Hyderabad, wherever they live, they directly go to Hyderabad and they will be staying in hostels in Amirpet, Maitrivanam, these kind of areas. They will SR Nagar. Okay, they will be locating themselves to Hyderabad. What they will do? They will attend some trainings. During that period, after they finish off their BTech 22 years of age, they may get job, they may not get job, but they do spend several months, several years. But there is another person, one person who got placed immediately after BTech level. See, just take this one as an example. This is not at all related to you. Immediately either it may be after 3-2 or in 4-1 or in 4-2. Immediately after BTech they may get getting a job. But one person, he got a job after 2 years of his BTech. But this guy, first guy, he may not be knowing how to get back job. If he loses his first job, he will be really in great risk because he does not know. He has never faced any failure. He does not know how to get back very soon. Sometimes either that person may lose the job, but another thing may come, recession. During recession period, you may lose a job. At the time, that person may not be getting proper route how to get back strong. But this guy who already was in exile for 1 year period of time or 2 years of period of time, he knows how to secure his job safely, how not to lose the job. He knows everything. He takes everything very seriously. He will never make fun of his job. My dear students, I have taken this one as example so that you will plan. This guy, he has spent or wasted his 2 years of life for knowing this fact, for knowing this truth. He lost his 2 years of life. But you being attending the sessions, you get to know all these things. If you add on these things to your current mentality, then there is no chance for you to lose a job even in the recession period also. You will sustain like anything. Fear of missing out. Yeah. Instead of letting your fear of missing out, put your focus on every other place in world besides where you are right now. You can fight this fear by slowing down and focusing on the people you come in contact with every single day. Note this point, by slowing down and focusing on the people you come in contact with every single day. Don't be a person who is very silent. Silent means introvert. Don't be an introvert. Don't be an extrovert. Being both is not good for you to sustain in corporate life. Be an ambivert. I hope that everyone knows all these words.
Yes, sir.
Yes, thank you.
Sir,
Yes. Yes, ma'am. Okay, thank you. The fear of missing out. The fear of missing out is a distraction from forming a lasting relationship because it keeps you focused on what every other person in the world is doing rather than on the people right in front of you. See, there are some people, majorly women, what they do is they don't laugh much. They think that no, if I laugh much today, tomorrow I am going to face some bad thing to me. Bad thing is not happening to you, you are making the bad thing out of you. By thinking this kind of evil things, you are literally losing today and the same impact coming tomorrow. Tomorrow you wake up and you will be thinking, today something is going to happen to me. Why? Because yesterday I laughed like anything. Who are you to decide tomorrow? Nothing has been decided by anyone. Because of your negative mentality, because you are not able to live the moment, you are unable to transform that beautiful today to beautiful tomorrow. The fear of change, love it or fear it. Yes, that day I told you, there are two kinds of people. One with fixed mindset, another one growth mindset. One is with fixed mindset, another one is with growth mindset. Fixed mindset means that person is not at all ready for changes. Whatever the changes happen, they don't like that one. Growth mindset, they will be saying, okay, I am accepted. That means, let's take an example. There is one person. He has grown under his father and the mother. They would have told him certain things. You need to follow like this. You need to do things like this. So he has been accustomed to do the things in particular in particular type by using like this only, like that only. Okay, he got accustomed to that one, but he is not very much ready to adapt to the changes that will be made by his kids. His kids will answer him. Kids are really brilliant, you know. They would tell, no, why we should do like this only? We can do like that also. Kids are the people, they question a lot. In their questions, if elders can understand the kids' questions, it is like brilliant, you know, it is like truly out of planet. Kids are the right people to guide you to make your fixed mindset to growth mindset. If you are really accepting to kids points also, then consider you are in growth mindset. If you say you are kid, you don't know anything, shut up and go inside, then you are not accepting the changes. You are in fixed mindset. I have taken example of these kids only to make you understand to differentiate fixed mindset and growth mindset. Right, another mindset, another example. In November 2016, one beautiful thing happened to Indians. Demonetization. The people whoever have accepted the change of currency, change of the analog to digital, has been living very comfortably, because they got adapted, they accepted the change, they accepted the change. But the people whoever thought, no, I am not so good at digital, I cannot do online transactions, and I don't like these new notes, if you keep on telling those bad things or the new things, you are unable to adapt, then you got failed. You are no more to live in this society, you cannot live here. The fear of losing control. Losing control. Why do you first of all think that you have control on others? This word is basic. Control means, it is basically a negative word. Negative word means a person, he is controlling some other people. Controlling means what? These people are going beyond the situation, and this guy is keeping those people in control. Why are you trying to control others? First of all, come out of this one. That means you are thinking that you are authority of someone else. Do not think that you are authority of anything. Mr. Krishna told that nothing is permanent in this world. Not today, not tomorrow, not yesterday, neither win, neither nor loss. Nothing is permanent, nor this moment. Nothing is permanent. Everything will change. If you think that you are author of something, if you have great authority on someone, think that that is also not permanent. So if you understand these kind of things, somewhere or other you will be accepting the changes. If you lose control also, no problem, you will sustain. You want to live with the people, or you want to live above the people? Okay, honestly, I like being in control when I can be and I can do. Believe that there are key areas of life that we can and should control, like our schedules, our self-perception, and the words we speak. If you think that I need to control the words I speak, that means you are not having great practice on your words. Yesterday I have told you to record your voice, listen to that one, listen to your voice and learn your voice. Learn your words. Sir, what is meant by learning my voice or learning words? That means you should be having a great command on you. Okay, I will use this kind of vocabulary at particular time. I don't use this kind of vocabulary at particular kind of time. If you have great command on you, on yourself, then you will not be fearing for you. The fear of being judged. Yeah, this happens. Just understand this one. This happens majorly, or you can take 60% with women. They will be thinking, okay, people would be judgmental, they will judge me. Don't bother about that one. Instead of being afraid about what others think, embrace your personal story, because that is what makes you unique, and share it within your community. Embrace your personal things. This is a nice word to tell you, and you need to speak, you need to explore your own thing so that you are unique. Consider, my dear students, if you are 260 people, then ultimately each and every person is unique from one another. But if you're really getting yourself connected to academics only, then you are gone. Then there is no uniqueness to you. I've told you, you need to have a bunch of qualities in you, like academics, talent, skill set, the soft skills, the way you need to project, your appearance, your character. These kind of things you need to develop. The fear of something bad happening. This is what I've told you. Evil things happening to you. Who is that kind of person? Pessimist. Pessimist is a person who thinks always evil things to happen. Don't think about negative things to happen. The fear of getting hurt. Okay, it is like this. The best way to fight the fear of getting hurt is to do life together and to get to know one another on deeper levels. I will give one beautiful example. This is a great habit you need to possess. Synergize. Synergize, again, this is a Greek word. It has two roots. Syn plus ergos. Don't get confused. This is not S-I-N. S-I-N is English word. I am telling S-Y-N. S-I-N is what? Together. Ergos means what? Work. Can anyone frame the sentence and tell me? Synergize means what?
Working together.
Oh,
Working
right.
together.
Very good. Very good. So synergize means what? Work together. So just wait. Okay. Okay, understand this one. To avoid fear of getting hurt, you need to inculcate one beautiful habit in you, that is called synergize. Synergize means what? Working together. See, skills are of three types. One is independent skill. Another one is dependent skill. Next one is interdependent. Dependent, independent, interdependent. Interdependent means what? Okay, you know the meaning of dependent. That means you are really relying on or depending on others. Independent means you are solo. You are not dependent on anyone. Interdependent means what? You are depending on one person and that person is also depending on you. So synergize means what? Working together. So you plan a work. You are supporting this person. This person is also supporting you for better reason. So to avoid this kind of a fear, you getting hurt, then follow the great habit of synergize. To understand more about this one, you could read this one, 7 Habits of Effective People in the World, written by Mr. Stephen R. Covey. You can read this book. Stage fright is the most fearsome dragon facing an orator. Orator means, who is an orator? Who is an orator? Example, Swami Vivekananda. Swami Vivekananda was a great orator.
Motivational speaker.
Anything else? Hitler was a great orator. Martin King Luther.
Public speaker, sir.
Right, well said. Martin King Luther was a great orator. That means what? A person who speaks orally to the crowd, to the huge public, without fright, without fear, and he conveys what he wanted to tell, and he is one kind of a leader of the masses who leads the people to the greater success towards the aim. Next one. There are effective techniques for combating fear. Combating means what? Fighting with your fear. Let's learn. See, you need every person in the world, they will be having the fear of one thing or another thing. Only who will not be having fear? Monks. Monks means what? Sannyas. These people will not be having fear of anything because they don't live for worldly desires. They don't be living the world for worldly desires. Whenever you have worldly desires, there starts your fear. If you do not have any worldly desires, nothing will be happening. Only monks or sannyas, these kind of, or you can say priests, these kind of people will not be having any kind of fear. Okay. You need to combat. You will be having fear. You need to combat that one for overcoming that one. Let's see the techniques. You need to breathe a lot. Not like this person. It's just for example. You need to breathe a lot. What kind of breathing is typical of fear? That's right. Shallow, rapid, fitful. Use the upper part of the chest. Take deep breath and frequently held before exhaling. That means take huge breath and hold that one for some time and leave that one in regular intervals. If you do this one, you will be losing fear. This is one kind of technique, breathing. Next one, by seeing the posture, you can understand again. Deep breathe. Next one, affirmative. This is affirmative. Affirm. Affirmative gestures. Here are few affirmative gestures which will be helping you to overcome awkwardness. Try straightening your shoulders. Rub your hands together. Meanwhile, while I read these things, even you can practice by sitting like that. You can practice these things. Next one, strike the fist of your right hand into the palm of your left. Even this is a good posture, because of which you are controlling your fear or trying to overcome the fear. Working out, work of surplus adrenaline. Adrenaline, you know this one, you know this hormone, adrenaline. This will be basically with athletes. Example, to crack the sprint of 100 meters, if you are going in 20 seconds, but to be a world champion, you will need to be running that one in 9.1 seconds. Then you have to work a lot again. Along with, you need to develop one great hormone called adrenaline. To come out of any kind of physical stress, you need to be having this one. Sir, how could I develop this one? You need to do some physical workouts. You need to do some physical workouts. Next, physical exercise, shake out, tense, relax. You need to yawn. You need to yawn. Regulate your adrenaline level. Next one, it's gone. It is like this. The affirmative phrase. What kind of affirmative phrases you need to use? I can do. Just a minute. I can do. Yes, it's me. We will rock you. Onwards and upwards. By using these kind of phrases, ultimately you are again taking control of your fear. Positive thinking. Positive thinking. Picture in your mind's eye the best possible way your forthcoming speech could do. Do anything but have only positive thing in your mind. Raise your status. Raise your status. This will also lead you to come out of your fear. Imagine, for example, that you are a king of the jungle. Unconventional action. Break out of your comfort. Yes, again we got a beautiful point. Comfort zone. We will be speaking about that one. Zone into a zone of empowerment, passion, bravado and acceleration. Bravado means sometimes you may be going out of your levels. Just wait, someone has come. Sometimes you need not to have that kind of bravado, but as this is unconventional, no problem, you can be having some bravado. You may tell, sir, this is something related to brave, something related to bravo. I have heard these words, but what is bravado? You check this word, tell me tomorrow. Tell me the word meaning of acceleration. Daily, at least you try to learn few words and remember those words. It is very good for you. Experience. To be excel in speaking, what you need to do, I've told you yesterday, you need to speak whenever you get the chance. You have to only speak. If you want to speak better, the only mantra for you is to speak. Don't forget, it is not only you who are afraid of fear, even fear is afraid of you. Yes, I've taken example of snake. If you think that you are afraid of snake, even snake is really afraid of you. Thank you. Thank you for the session. You can ask me doubts, or I'm having a few more slides. If you're really interested, we can go forward. But today, for today's topic, presentation is over. If you are interested more, we can go on to other slides. You may find something interesting. Please confirm soon.
Please go on, sir.
Yeah, thank you. The fear of public speaking. Why do you have the public speaking fear? Because why not? Most conversations are one-on-one. Okay, many are by phone. That means communication of many types. One is face-to-face. Next one through phone. Here you are not able to look at the other person. Here through phone. by texting or by email. Here you don't have any chance of looking at the person or listening to that person. For many, this is out of our comfort zone. Out of comfort zone means what? Sir, what is meant by comfort zone? I will tell you. When we get out of comfort zone only, we are going to make our things larger. There are real things to have a fear of public speaking. Okay, number one, if you don't know your topic well. Okay, first let me tell you the meaning of comfort zone. Okay, this is a zone. This is a zone, a place, and if you are inside this zone, this is called your comfortable zone. You feel very safe, very happy to live in this one. You will be having these kind of barriers if you really have fear in you. It is like a territorial zone, territorial fear. అయ్యో దీన్ని దాటి బయటికి పోతే ఏమన్నా అవుతుందేమో, ఎల్లలు దాటకూడదేమో, ఏమన్నా అవుతుందేమో. If you have these kind of things, then literally you are having one kind of comfort zone. Sometimes few women, they would say, you know, that guy, I don't say women, I say girl. Few girls, they would say, you know, Deepak is very nice, he will create us some comfort zone. See, you thinking that guy is creating you some comfort zone means literally you are basically fearing of something. That zone, you will be expecting that zone because you are really literally having some fear about something else. Try to understand this one. Next one, this woman is inside that zone now, so she is very happy, she is portraying a smile, she thinks she is very comfortable. Okay, now think that you are out of the comfort zone. Then you feel literally panic, you fear like anything because you are not in your zone. Okay, example, this may be happening with you. Consider you belong to B section. One day your classmates did not come to your class. 67 people, 65 people do not come to the class. Only 2 people came. Now so faculty might have asked you to get clubbed up with A section people or C section people or D section people, anyone. When you go to that class, will you be the same person? You will be maintaining your own things in your class, but will you be the same person if you enter other classes? You don't. But it is your own year. You belong to the second year, but every person is also second year. Every person is the same gender. Then why do you fear? Because you are basically out of your comfortable zone, comfortable B section zone or comfortable A section zone. Don't be that kind of a person. Whichever place you are asked to sit, whichever place you are asked to live there with great comfort. Next one, this year, example, you are in this place. What you need to do? Don't think that, sir, ee zone nunchi nenu bayati vellana, I am gone, I am out, nothing is there for me. But this is the starting step for you to excel yourself, to learn many things. How? This is the area where learning begins. Of course, yes, I've told you, you will feel insult, you will feel humiliation, it will be happening. But this is the right place for you to learn many things. So learning begins when you come out of your comfort zone. Get out of your zone and speak. Learning begin. I guarantee ever, never. If you start learning, then you will be speaking without fear of any kind of public. I told you yesterday, either the crowd is 10 people or 10,000 people, the person who is delivering is the same, content is the same, time provided is also same, your knowledge, everything is the same. Then why do you bring out one beautiful thing out of you? The fear. In fact, this fear is originally distracting you and it is spoiling you like anything. But why do you want this one into you? Example, you are cooking anything, you are cooking a dish. If you throw or if you add salt much, your taste is gone. You are losing that exact aroma out of that one. But do you really add more salt? The same thing here. Whatever you preparing is what? The way you are speaking. Whatever the taste, the aroma coming out of that one is what? Applaud from the public. But because of your fear, because of your salt, you are losing the taste. Because of fear only, you are losing your place among the crowd. So again, I repeat, I recommend, lose your fear. Every person has fear. It is how you are losing your fear. Pay attention. If you don't know well your topic, if you do not know your topic well, what exactly you need to do? Don't speak unless you know your stuff. Learn it by studying. If you are asked to speak, if you speak, then there may be failure also. At that time, don't be sorrow for the public. You need to feel sorrow because you did not prepare properly. So if you are asked to speak, what you need to do is you need to know your stuff, learn it by studying. It does not come by overnight. It will not come by overnight. You need to work hard for several months, for several years. If you don't know the structure of any presentation, sometimes we might have prepared 10 slides. You might have prepared 10 slides. You have prepared those slides. You should be knowing what comes in second slide, what comes in fourth slide, what comes in fifth slide. You should be remembering all these things because you are the person prepared that one. You are the person presenting that one. Okay, you need to know the structure of that one also. Okay, it is slides. Okay, but what if you are orally speaking? Take the examples of Hitler, Vivekananda, Martin King, Luther, these kind of people. How are they speaking for hours together with no paper in their hand? Because they know what they want to convey to the others, what they need to enlighten others. Everything, the outcome will be in their mind. Ultimately, they will be framing the sentences spontaneously, or even they might have planned those things. Even it comes by practice also. Okay, the structure of a presentation is like a recipe of a great cake. You can learn it if you admire. See, the cake is very nice. Someone cooked it very well. If you want, even if you want to do like that, no problem. You have recipe of that one. You can learn it. You can practice it. If you haven't practiced, yes, there is example. There is an orchestra, and you are asked to play in that orchestra. If 99 people are playing something, you one person, you have not practiced anything. Now, so there may be 99 persons. You may think that among 99 persons, one person count is not at all valid, so I can play whatever I want. No, there is something called non-synchronization. By this, you will be caught by this person. So, if you have not practiced anything, it's gone. The fear of public speaking goes hand in glove with the fear of failure. Failure is a great way to learn. Yes, I've told you a very early session, 1 loss is equal to 4 wins. Whatever comes to you by 1 win, that is very less knowledge to you. Whatever you get from 1 loss is what? It is multiple times of your win. So, nothing wrong in failing. Yes, seriously, yes. Because if you get something correct the first time, you probably don't give it the second thought. This is what I was trying to tell you about that example, Amirpet example. After completion of BTech, what exactly happened is, if you have got your job very earlier period in your BTech itself, you may not be having that second thought. But the guy who has been working out in Amirpet for several months or several years, he will be having a number of thoughts, what to do, what not to do. Again, I recommend, this is only for example purpose. I am not telling you to fail in BTech level and then go to Amirpet, then excel. No, this is only for example purpose. It's a great way to learn new things. Failing is a very good way to learn new things. See, if you fail, example, consider you are a bad student in academics. You have failed with 10 marks. Next attempt, what you do is, you might have failed with 5 marks. Next attempt, you might have failed with 1 mark. See, each and every time the common result is what? You have failed. But things are varying. See, situation is varying. Don't think about marks. Whatever you wrote, whatever the thoughts that have come during the examination might be varying. So each and every time you fail, each and every time work out on it, you will be literally knowing new things. Some failing is easy. A tutorial is done alone. Yes. Whatever you prepare, do not take help of others. You have to prepare those things on your own, by self. If you fail that one, no problem, work out on it, work out on it, work out on it. A puzzle is done alone, you are not supposed to take any help. If you fail, no problem, no one knows that one. Some failing is tough. Public speaking is, how does it look? You are the person standing over there like this. Oh, it's public. How should I speak? Yes, public are there to listen to you. They are there to make fun of you. They are there to learn knowledge about you. I've told you, there are vivid range of people. I write the word vivid range of people. That means in mathematical terms I can tell minus infinity plus infinity, wide range of people. They may, the crowd there, you may be having public. Some people are there to make fun of you, to criticize you, because they take fun out of that one, to make fun out of you, to criticize you. Some people, they want to gain knowledge out of you. Some people, they want to share something to you. So there may be wide ranges of personalities. Very public. Fail at public speaking and fail at many, no. Face the fear. Right answer for you to excel fear is what you need to face that one. The other day I've told you, what is the best way to swim? What is the best way to learn swimming is what? Can anyone answer this one? What is the best way you can learn swimming? What is the best way to swim is what? Getting into water and swimming. If you want to learn swimming, then you need to swim. You need to swim. You need to swim. There is no shortcut for you. If you want to learn anything, you need to do that one several times or many times. If you want to speak, then you need to speak like many times. If you want to get rid of your fear, no problem. Attempt that one, you will be facing fear. Attempt that one again, you will be facing fear. See, if one person cannot laugh for the same joke n number of times, but then why do you fear for the same reason? I repeat, if you crack one joke and if you crack the same joke several times, the crowd will not laugh at you. Then why do you fear for the same reason n number of times? అంటే సార్ పబ్లిక్ చూడగా నాకు భయం అయిపోతుంది. నీ పబ్లిక్ని ఎన్నిసార్లు ఫేస్ చేసావు? ప్రతిసారి ఎందుకు నువ్వు ఫీల్ అవుతున్నావు? ఎందుకు ఫియర్ వస్తుంది నీకు? Even Prime Minister Narendra Modi will also be having some kind of fear in him. But it is the thing how he is coming out of that one, because he will be having a content and he will be knowing his goal, what he has to do. Plan all these things to come out of your fear. Yeah, I've discussed about this one. Conclusion is what? Fear is the number one obstacle you will face in life. Fear is the only thing that is stopping you from success. The most difficult challenge you will ever be put to, and the most important one you have to overcome. Fear may be inside you, no problem, that is healthy, but see that it is only optimal level. If it is going beyond the level, if that is really creating an obstacle to you, obstructing you from reaching the goal, then you need to work out on it. You need to overcome that one. Thank you for attending this session.